friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's hair and makeup tutorial. We're going to be getting into this look. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to be showing you guys how I got the makeup, the hair. This whole entire look came together so beautifully and I'm just like in love with all of it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell. That way you get notified anytime that I make a new upload. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. We've got a brand new wig today that I'm going to be working with. This one is from Premium Lace Wigs. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring today's video. The wig that they sent over is one of their HD lace wigs. It's got a 13x6 lace frontal and it's their body wave texture. It's 24 inches. She's giving. I'm going to leave all of the information as always for this unit down below in the description box. So if you guys have any questions about it, definitely make sure to check there. I have been loving all of these HD lace wigs from Premium Lace Wigs. I've worked with them quite a few times on my channel and that's because I can always count on them when it comes to quality. Like the HD lace on their wigs is perfection. You guys already know I love my Ebin lace adhesive. This is what I'm going to be using to install this wig today. It's my go-to lace adhesive anytime I'm doing a wig install. It holds up flawlessly throughout the day, but it's also super easy to take off at night, which I personally love because I definitely do not like to go to sleep in any of my wigs. I like to be comfortable and cozy, and wearing a wig is just not, you know, it's not the vibe. So having a lace adhesive that just comes off super easily is definitely a must, and this one from Ebin is my go-to. For the hair install, everything is pretty much same. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk you guys through this little hairstyle that I whipped up. I did do some edges, just some cute little swoops, you know, nothing so crazy. I feel like I've been keeping my edges, like I've been styling them, but just kind of keeping it more like, you know, subdued with the swooping and stuff. Just like some softer swoops, nothing too wild. But yeah, so I used my Got To Be Ultra Glue hair gel to style the edges. Then I'm gonna go ahead and start getting together this hairstyle. So the hairstyle is pretty simple. It did take me a little bit of time to kind of get it exactly how I wanted it, but for the most part, it's like a pretty simple hairstyle. You're definitely gonna need a hot comb and you're gonna need some hairspray. I used a ton of hairspray to get this hairstyle. So I used my hot comb to press the center part down, and the hairspray that I'm using is also from Got To Be. This is their High Insta Hold hairspray. Such a good hairspray if you're looking for one that's just gonna like hold and snatch down your hairstyles. This one is bomb. So I'm gonna use a ton of that to just kind of like start slicking down the sections of hair that I have on either side of the head, and kind of like twisting those sections into like a twist, and so that way I can secure it with a little hairband in the back. Because there's like two sections to this hairstyle that need to be like, you know, done, it's nice to like have like one twist like, you know, stay put while I'm working on the other one, if that makes sense. So using like plenty of hairspray is just gonna make sure that as soon as I'm done with one twist, it's not gonna unravel and then I'm gonna have to do it all over again and then it's annoying and stuff. So using like plenty of hairspray is just gonna make sure that that first twist is gonna stay put while I work on the second one. And I feel like it just makes the hairstyle look more like polished. There's no like flyaways anywhere. Everything just looks very like polished and pulled together. I'm gonna secure those two pieces in the back with a hairband and that'll be it. It's like a really simple style, nothing too crazy, but it's very cute. I love doing like little cute hairstyles, but because I'm not like a hairstylist, you know, I have to do styles that are kind of like, you know, simple and, you know, easy to to execute. So these little like middle part styles with like twists and braids are like my go-tos anytime that I want to kind of like switch it up a little bit. For the leftover hair that's kind of like loose, I'm gonna use my curling wand to style that as well. This is a curling wand that I purchased from Target. It's a Conair curling wand, and I believe that the barrel is like a 1.5 inch barrel. I just kind of wanted some loose waves like for the rest of the hair, so I curled all of that up, and then once I was done, I just combed everything through using a wide tooth comb just so the curls don't look like too perfect. But yeah, that's it. That's the style. Just something super simple, but it just looks so cute at the same time. Yay! Again, I'm going to leave all of the information for this hair down below in the description box. So if you guys have any questions about the wig that I'm wearing, definitely make sure to check there. Thank you again to Premium Lace Wigs for sponsoring today's video and sending over this bomb unit. It was such a breeze to style and the curls held up flawlessly. Now that we are all done with the hair, let's go ahead and jump into this makeup look. Okay, I'm excited. I told you guys that I was going to be getting back into color. So yeah, we're doing a little green moment on the eyes today, but I'm going to go ahead and do skin first, and then we'll get to the eyes next. So to prep the skin, I'm going to use the e.l.f. What is this called again? It's like their gripping primer. Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. Power Grip, the Power Grip primer. Yes, this stuff is bomb. It's amazing. It's like my go-to primer right now, especially for like hot days when it's like the heat is just coming at you from all different directions. Like this primer is a must. Today I wanted to do some glowy skin, so I used the Makeup by Mario foundation because this is like a very like skin-like type of foundation. It definitely gives like, you know, a little bit of glow and stuff, but it's not like, you know, overly done. It's like a really beautiful foundation. If you guys haven't tried this one out, I definitely recommend it. It's really gorgeous. I think I'm using shade 18W if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, so I'll double check my my bottle and make sure I put the correct shade in the description box. Concealer is from NYX. This is the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I'm using the shade beige. I just applied that on the under eyes and went ahead and blended that in using my sponge, and then I'll use like my foundation brush like on the very edges just to make sure it's like really blending well into the foundation. I'm gonna be doing a bit of cream contouring. I've been like, you know, getting back into cream contouring. It's been a vibe. The product that I'm using today is from Milk. This is their sculpting stick. I'm just gonna apply that onto the forehead, the cheeks, just to start creating like a foundation for my cream, for my powder bronzer. Like I mentioned earlier, I wanted to do like some really glowy skin today, so I'm gonna go in with a liquid highlighter next. This one's from Iconic London. It's their like OG highlighter shade, the original one, and I'm gonna apply that onto the very high points of the cheeks, the brow bone, the forehead, and right down the bridge of the nose. But yeah, this one from Iconic London is like a classic. Next up, I'm going to start setting everything with some powder. I'm going to be using my favorite powder from Chanel. This is the Natural Finish Loose Setting Powder in shade number 20. This powder is amazing. I can go on and on and on for hours about how fantastic this powder is. I won't, but just know that it is amazing. It's such a beautiful powder. So I'm going to use a little bit of that just to set the under eyes. I'm not like baking with this or anything like that. Before I go in with my bake, I like to do like a soft set with like just a little bit of powder first, just so like the bake doesn't like make the under eyes look cakey and stuff. So next up, I'm gonna go in with my powders, just being very strategic about where I place these powders. These are the pressed powders from the Glowish line by Huda Beauty in shades number 8 and 11. I'm using shade number 11 to kind of like set the cream contour since it's darker, and then I'll use shade number 8, which is like my skin tone, to further set that Makeup by Mario foundation. And then I think from this point on, I'm going to start adding some more glowy products. So the next thing I'm using is from Milk Cosmetics. This is one of their highlighters. It's like a deep golden shade. I'm going to use this to kind of like make my bronzer more on on the glowy side, so I'm just gonna apply this on the areas where I applied my bronzer. It just kind of adds like a little bit of extra dimension to the skin as well that I really, really love. And then since I have everything that I want kind of like sculpted out with my bronzer, I'm gonna go in with my setting powder from Beauty Bakery and use that to bake. This is their flower powder in shade Cassava. It's a really beautiful like light yellow, so it's perfect to bake the under eyes and get like that extra bright look. Blush is going to be from Benefit. It's also more on like the glowier side. So you can kind of see like when you apply it, it gives like the cheek like a little bit of like a gold kind of like sheen to it, which I really like. And I thought it would be perfect with like this glowy skin that we're trying to create. So I'm just going to pop that onto the apples of the cheeks. Highlighter, I'm using a combination of two. One of them is from House Labs, the other is from Rare Beauty. And I'm going to apply that onto the high points of the face, so literally right on top of where I applied that iconic London liquid highlighter. So cheekbones, forehead, nose, and I'm really going to like focus that on like the highest points to get like that extra bit of glow there and like highlights and everything. Ah, look at this skin, so beautiful, yay! So we're gonna pause there with the skin and move into this eye look. I'm gonna prime first using the Be Perfect Prime eyeshadow base. You guys already know what it is. This is my go-to when I'm prepping the eyes for eyeshadow. It's just like the perfect eyeshadow base. My fave. I'm gonna set that with a little bit of translucent powder because I just want all of these eyeshadows to blend in really seamlessly. And then we'll go ahead and jump into our first shadow. Most of the colors that I'm gonna be using are from the Carnival 3 palette. I'm gonna use this like bright green on the crease and outer corner as well as the lower lash line to start shaping out like the eye look that I'm going for. And I'm using like a smaller, fluffier brush to apply that first color. Gonna switch over to a slightly larger fluffy brush to blend out the edges of our first color, and the next shade I'm using is going to be from the Colored Rain Juicy Boost palette. I'm not entirely sure if Colored Rain still sells this particular palette. I remember looking on their website a couple of months ago and I don't remember seeing it. But honestly guys, like with any eye look, you can always just use colors that are already in your arsenal that are similar to the ones that I'm doing. You never have to go like, you know, buy an entirely new palette to do an eye look. If you have like a color that's kind of close to the ones that I'm using, that's perfect. Now I want to start deepening up the crease a bit more. So I'm going to take a darker green from the same Carnival 3 palette and start applying that onto the crease as well. I'm not going to do like a ton of this color. I just want like a little bit of extra depth, nothing too crazy. So I'm just gonna very slowly build this one up until I have like my desired depth, if that makes sense. Then for the lid space, I'm gonna use a really cute like lime type of green and apply that using a flat shader brush. And just, you know, pop that onto the lid. Start, you know, getting this green moment going on. From there, I'm just gonna start adding like my last few details with shadow. I'm going back in with that darker green again to create like a smoky liner on the lash line. And then I'll go back into the Juicy Boost palette and take this really pretty, like almost like gold green metallic and apply that onto the lid space. Nothing too crazy, just like a little bit to add just a tad bit of extra shimmer. And then for my final eyeshadow, I'm just using this matte pastel yellow from the Juicy Boost palette and popping that onto the inner corner to brighten up that space. From there, I'm just gonna add my last few details. I'm gonna go in with this eyeliner from LA Girl. This is in the shade Super Bright. It's just a cute little like beige, and pop that onto the waterline. Then I'll do mascara and lashes afterward. Mascara is gonna be from Maybelline. It's their Sky High mascara. And then the lashes that I'm wearing, I believe these ones are from, I wanna say these are from Lily Lashes. I'm pretty sure these are their butterfly lashes. I'll make sure to put a link to these down below in the description box. So that is it for the eyes. Really simple, nothing too crazy, but it's still like a very cute like green moment. Like I love the way that this eye look came out. So last thing that I want to do is just kind of get in a lip combo. I'm going to line the lips using a mixture of these two pencils. One is from One is from NYX and the other is from Wet n Wild. I'm going to use a lighter of the two shades first to line, and then I'll go in with the darker lip liner from NYX to contour. I've been really loving these whipped lip creams from NYX as well. This color was way too bright at first. So I switched over to the second shade that I used. Both of them are kind of like really peachy type of colors, so they work together really well. That first shade was just looking real crazy all on its own. So yeah, I definitely needed to like mix those two together to make that work. I did want to go in with a bit of gloss. This one's from Patrick Ta. I've been really loving this one, but I can't remember the name. But it's one of his like lip plumping glosses. They're so good and they smell amazing. And I'm just gonna finish up the look using some setting spray. I'm using ColourPop's No Filter setting spray. I've been loving this stuff. I'm gonna drench my face in that. And that'll be it for today's look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, let me know what you think of the look down below in the comments. I hope you guys enjoy this little colorful moment using some greens. I'm definitely going to be coming through like the summer with more colorful looks. Anyways, thank you again for watching, guys. Sending so much love to you all, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.